Hi. I had court the other day and facing 2 criminal charges here in Waldo County. And my attorney at the time, who had been appointed to me by the court, by the Maine Public Defender Service, a guy named Jeffrey Toothaker, who has been quite an issue for me, to say the very least, in a bad way. He was still incommunicado, completely incommunicado going into the court date. Just wouldn't talk to me. And I had to show up nonetheless. And I went to court, and I have to spend the whole day in town in order to attend court. I have to catch a ride in the morning and then back in the afternoon. And I basically spent the day doing some things that my attorney should have done, including writing a motion to dismiss, which I just wanted to introduce just in case, hopefully they wouldn't consider it, but and then also requests for evidence, basically, and from the prosecution that I wanted to write up and have ready. None of that got discussed. The docket call, it was what was on the court date was for. Docket call is where they schedule your day for jury selection and kind of your trial, and that they did do that. It was scheduled for 1 o'clock, and I got there at about 12:45, and immediately it was kind of funny. I was told I was there in person, but I was told that I couldn't. I needed to get on Zoom if I wanted to attend. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't even get to see the judge, or it'd be really at the last thing. But I had my phone and my laptop, and so I got logged in. They gave me the information just in time to wait. The judge did come on for a couple times here and there. He initially came on. He asked about Toothaker, about my attorney, who did not show up on time, and he allowed me to ask about, just mention that if preferable, if I could leave, by 2:15, that would really help me out. And he said, I'll do my best, kind of thing. Fine. And then he disappears and meets with another attorney, some other attorney not connected with my situation at all. And they talk about a plea deal for like a half an hour or so. I'm just sitting there waiting. And then he comes back on for a bit, and then he does another breakout meeting for like 10 minutes or so. And then finally, Toothaker, my attorney, arrives about 40 minutes late. And then he didn't talk to me, I didn't talk to him. I saw his picture on the Zoom link. And then about 5 minutes after I had seen him, the judge reappeared, and the judge asked Toothaker and the district attorney, Assistant DA Entwistle, to meet in a breakout room on Zoom. And so they met for about 10 more minutes or so about my situation, without me. But it was about me, I'm quite sure, because when the judge came back, he said he did address me, and he said that he and the DA will allow me to proceed without Toothaker, will allow Mr. Toothaker to withdraw, and I can proceed without him, and that was basically it. Then they said that the judge told me that jury selection was on June 5th, and that I obviously need to show up for that, and gave me a little lecture about, you got to make sure you can be here the whole time and not leave early, which I'd never asked to leave early. I just said if we could, bump things up. Anyway, minor really issue in a way. But I had no input. They were holding meetings left and right down with everybody. But I just got told the date. So I spent the whole day to be told, show up on June 5th. No input, nothing like that. And trial is sometime in the next couple of weeks after that. That's all. I wasn't allowed to discuss any motions, introduce anything, and nothing like that. So it's still all very, very up in the air for me. I'm proceeding, I guess, without an attorney because I don't trust these attorneys that the Maine Public Defender Service appoints, because they undermine you, like actively, like sabotage you. I don't know why, but that's what they do. Unless you accept the plea deal that the DA wants, then they just undermine you. So I don't, and it's happened so consistently to me over the last 6 years that I've been basically trying to, protesting for police accountability and all that, and been charged every which way with crimes here, which are stupid things, which should have been dismissed almost across the board, with one exception. Anyway, so I'm giving myself a crash course in how to introduce evidence, subpoenaing witnesses, all that stuff. I got to come up with fees. You have to pay $5 at minimum to subpoena somebody, because even if they can waive everything else, the clerk told me they can't waive the form, the cost for the form itself, which is $5 for the form, for some reason, for a piece of paper. And yeah, so I don't, it's just I'm just going to do the best I can, I guess. And also, as all of this is going on, and I'm scrambling to do all this and try to pick up the pieces and learn what I need to learn, I get word from the federal court that the 1983, the second of the two 1983 actions I have filed, the judge is recommending that it be dismissed, and I have to answer that. There's a little lecture in there too from her. Judges just love to lecture people about how I'm not participating in the court in the process somehow. I've done as far as I know, everything. I don't know. Anyway, but it's mostly about more substantive stuff than that, which I think I can fix. I'm not sure. Fingers crossed, though. But I got to work on that too. But one good thing to come out of all of this is I learned a secret, which does seem to be a secret, and I don't know why it's a secret, but ask public defenders, I guess, in Maine here. They will not, no matter how baseless the charges are, they will just refuse, if you press them, I now know, to introduce a motion to dismiss. Don't know why, but they won't do it. But I know how to do it. And now I know that next time they charge me with something stupid, as long as I do that early enough in the process, I should be able to get a dismissal hearing. And, judges are judges, and our whole system is so biased in favor of the police, including the judges. DAs are police, basically. They're all protected and unaccountable and back each other up. But at least there's some reason why they refuse to do it. The attorneys always refuse to do it, and it's not because doesn't come highly recommended from every other source I have access to. Universally good thing. Yeah, if you can get a case dismissed before trial, definitely do it. And there's no doubt, there's no penalty. But again, now I know. So next time. Thanks for listening. Keep fighting, and peace.